Hello and welcome to this new series of Ableton Live. This will be a new series compared to the old one where I talked about Ableton 11 Lite. That series was more of a beginner-friendly kind of version where we went through all the basics, how you made a beat, how you record vocals, how you make a little melody and set it all up. But this time we will do more of a generic advice kind of thing, because after the basics you kind of go through with the process and you come across problems. So today we're going to go through the warping problem, and we will dive right into it. So let's fire up Ableton Live. And I've upgraded to the 12 standard. I don't know if you can get the 11 version anymore. I looked at the website, but I couldn't find it. Otherwise, I would kind of continue with the other series. But since this is a problem that can occur on any version you got, let's just make another series with more general advice. So we fired up Ableton. This is an untitled project, so it's brand new. And we go to session view, and here you can see we got the start and end marker, and we will import a cover I've done of Taylor Swift. It's the Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. I did that last year, and it didn't get as many views as I had hoped for, because it was kind of trending that back then. So if you want to check it out, you can go to my channel and find me in a red bandana, and I will link that cover below or in the end of this video. But you can hear some of it. But you can hear some of it here. It's a long track. So you can see here we got massive amounts of sound here, and it looks like it's a new track here, but it's the same track. So if we have a little listen here. So this is the tempo it's supposed to be in. We can jump. You hear it's kind of this tempo. I can't say exactly what tempo it is. I have to check that out in that case. I have to put my fucking glasses on. Wonder at book, let's hear one more joke. Okay, you get the idea. So if we drag this out so we can see it clear, otherwise it's going to be out here. But yeah. So now it's set to 120, but the track is not 120. So if we do like this, we drag this down to about 40 BPM, and we listen to it again, like in the middle maybe. You can hear it's it's trying to adapt. Okay, and we can try to increase the BPM to about 200. Let's just see if I'm still recording. Yeah, 200 exactly. Much faster. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we want it to sound like it's supposed to sound. So there are two things we can do. We can go to options, we can go to settings, and we can go to record, warp, and launch. Yeah, it's launch. And we have to make sure that the auto warp long samples are on. And it's on. So we can pull that off and then on again. Let's see if something happened. Nope. And if we go into this one, to the track, we double click the track and we see the warp button here. Let's click it. It's off. And click it again and it's on. Let's see if there's a difference. How do I pull this down? Oh, like that. Whoa, we're back to square one. So that's kind of the deal breaker here. If you double click the track, like so, and you click it off and then on, you kind of reset the track. So if we go here, so you can see we're still on 200 BPM, but it doesn't give a shit about the BPM in your DAW. It has its own BPM. And what is this good for? Yeah, of course, every track you want to adjust in some way, you can just warp it in. And sometimes you can just warp it in and there's no problems. But sometimes when you have opened it up and you mess around with this or with the BPM, or sometimes it's just stuck at a BPM like 120 or something, and your track adjusts to that, you have to reset it. But you have to make sure that the warp is on in your settings, and then you double click the track. But also you can do many things with this now. So if you want to master your track, you can just go into audio effects, I think it is, and you can search for master. I won't go through how to master a track right now. I think that will be a separate clip of its own. But as you can see here, I don't remember if Ableton Live 11 Lite has this these stock plugins here or effects with mastering. But you can see here you can master as a big room, you can master EQ and compression. We can drag that in. So here you have all kinds of knobs, so you can adjust your tracks to your liking. So when you're done with your mix and you have EQ and it sounds perfect, you want to master your track, and what you kind of want to do is you want to sound it more. You want the sound to be more clear, and you want to reduce the low frequencies that doesn't matter. And it ain't much more than that. You want to increase the volume, of course, as high as you possibly can go. But you have to make sure that it doesn't clip or anything. But that's kind of the goal with mastering. You want your track to be as loud as possible with the utilities your track has. So yeah, that's kind of about it. About warping and a little introduction to mastering. But that will be a unique or a separate video. So yeah. For now, bye.